Now, story number 2, which is the most incredible, most profound story. I've never posted a video about this specifically, and even the people that happened to me, I've never actually spoken to them about this because at the time I was freaked out. I was genuinely freaked. 2 of my craziest law of attraction experiences and success stories. Now, I've had many, from Tony Robbins tickets to payments completely being taken off of my car, like they just ended the payments, all these types of things, money, people, I've had it all. But these are 2 of my most profound and sort of the most incredible experiences that I've ever had with the law of attraction. So make sure you stay to the end so that you can understand both of them and so that you understand it's possible, because one of my goals is to help you build hope in your life. When you see it's possible from other people, it begins to become possible within here. Just like the 4-minute mile with Roger Bannister. When he broke it, months after that, even school kids were beginning to break the 4-minute mile. So before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post. But let's find out the LOA, Law of Attraction. So this first story is about the car that I got. I actually manifested this car. And it's ironic because I use what is called a virtual vision board. Now, a virtual vision board, if you work with me, you're aware of what this is. If you don't work with me, it's essentially a vision board, which you've probably seen a vision board that people put on their wall with like pictures of all the stuff they want. But the way that I make it for people is it's got binaural beats, so you're actually programming your subconscious mind. It's got music over it, so it brings it more emotional, and you're seeing something, so you're sensing it, you're hearing it, you're already feeling it, so you're beginning to add in all the senses. Right now, we can't do taste and smell. Maybe that will come out in the future with technology, who knows? And if it does, then I'm going to use that as well. But for the time being, I'm doing with the best I can with the tools that I've got. But on my vision board, and I'll actually link it to here, this one is one that I posted on YouTube. This is the one I would watch most mornings. I've got a different one, so I tend to differentiate which one I'm watching, but I've got 2 on YouTube if you do want to watch them. They are specifically for wealth and abundance. So if you want to do that, then check them out. But what happened is you'll notice if you watch it, there's a green Lamborghini that comes up. And I absolutely love Lamborghinis. They're my favourite cars. A Lamborghini Aventador, I don't care what cars are out in the future, that is one car I will always have because I just fell in love with it when I first saw it, and it's just something that has always just been like, oh my god, it's so nice. Not that I need it because I'm a spiritual being, all seriousness, not that I need it, but it's just something that I've always wanted in my life, and they're just brilliant, they're just amazing cars. Now, as I said, that's one of my favourite cars, and if you watch it, there's one point of the video where there's actually in the background a silver Golf. And I believe it's the exact same year as my car. Now, I didn't know this at all. It was not part of my consciousness at all, because I was focused on the Lamborghini. So this really shows you that what you're surrounded by, even if you're focusing on something else can come because it's still in your awareness, sort of in your bubble of awareness. And my car broke down. And I needed to change it. I'd been meaning to change it for a while. I pretty much sold it for very cheap because it was just sort of on the way out. And I said to the person, I was like, look, these are the issues with it. I can't be bothered to fix it. You can fix it. Just have it at this price. And I sold it very cheap. Now, I had some money and I was like, I'm going to buy a car. But I was like, what's the point in spending all the cash that I have on a car when I could get a loan or something like that? So I was like, right, I'm going to get a loan. And I end up speaking to my grandparents and said, rather than asking the bank for a loan, it's not ridiculously expensive. It was only a few thousand, only about 7,000, I think, just shy of no, I think it was 7,000. Or was it 6,000? I can't even remember now. I'm just paying it off. But what I said was, can I have a loan to buy a car? And they were like, yeah, let's do that. Because I was like, I don't really fancy paying the interest. If I was going to have to pay the interest, I would have just paid it outright because I don't like paying interest. But I thought, is there any alternatives what I can do? Now, they said yes to the loan. I was like, look, I'll pay you back. I know I can pay you back. It's not an issue. And after looking at all these cars I was going to get, I was looking at Mercedes, Audis, BMWs, and I was like, oh, they're really nice. But then I thought about it, I was like, do I really need to spend that much money? I was like, right now, I really don't. I'd rather invest it into my business, invest it into my education so that I can further and one day have my green Lamborghini. Whether it'll be green, I don't know, maybe black. I like an all black one, that would be nice. But they said to me, after going back and forward, I found an Audi that I was going to get. I was like, yeah, I'm happy to spend that. It was just over, I can't remember, I think it's about 12, 13k, and I was like, yeah, I'll get that, because again, I want to spend my money to keep the car, not to spend it to release it. Unless it's with a supercar, I would do that because you lose so much money on them anyway. But it got to the point where my granddad said, he's like, I'm actually thinking of getting a new car soon. Do you want to buy mine? And I was like, yeah, I vaguely remember it. I hadn't seen them for a while because of COVID and all that. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll buy that. How much do you want for it? Turns out it was the exact same car in the video that he had. Exact same year. And I was like, whoa. Now, I got the best possible deal on it because when I bought it, it had 15,000 miles. So I was like, that is something different. That's special. Like, you don't find that. It's a 2014 car. So it's not a brand new car. But I was like, that's pretty special. Like, you don't find it with that many miles. Even like an 18, 19 plate car has that little miles, and that's like, whoa, that's not much. And I got this for the cheapest possible deal that when I sell it, I'm even going to make money on it. So I genuinely attracted that into my life, saying that I was like, I need a new car. I'm not going to stress about it. I'm not going to worry about it, but I'm going to focus on it. I was like, right, maybe I can manifest Elon Musk giving me a Tesla and that'll be incredible. It didn't happen. Maybe one day it will. Who knows? Elon, if you're watching this video, first of all, that's amazing. Drop a comment and say, well, and say what's up. But all seriousness, like if that happens, law of attraction works in wonderful ways, guys. Just trust the process. But that's how it literally appeared in my life. And it came at such a discounted rate. It came in the best possible way. It's literally a mint condition car for literally ridiculously cheap. Ridiculously cheap. So I manifested. That doesn't mean that I don't pay for it, because I still pay for it. But I manifested better than what I actually wanted, because I think about it long term. It gets me from A to B. I don't need a supercar right now. I don't need to spend stupid money on a car right now. I'll spend that when I've got it. Like, it's on its way. It's on its way, and that's where we need to move to. It is on its way. Just like Wayne Dyer said, tattoo those words any way you can. It's on its way. Like, so that's what's happened. And that really is the success story of how I manifested the car that I've got now, which suits me perfect. Now, story number 2, which is the most incredible, most profound story. I've never posted a video about this specifically, and even the people that happened to me, I've never actually spoken to them about this, because at the time I was freaked out. I was genuinely freaked out. Now, I met two most amazing people, Gabriel and Hema, and Gabriel has a YouTube called Gabriel Inspires. He actually worked with me. I'll put the link to the testimonial up here. And them two, just incredible beings, absolutely incredible beings. I love them. They're part of my soul family, do you know what I mean? They are just incredible people. And they came over to the UK. He's from America, she's from Austria, and they live together now in Austria right now, I believe. I'm pretty sure, last time I spoke to them. And they came over to the UK and they went to Stonehenge. So I was like, well, if you're in the UK, I'm coming to see you. Because I actually went to do ayahuasca with them. That's how I met them. I met them in Peru. We went to do ayahuasca, and I've just stayed in contact with them ever since. And I know they're creating incredible things in their life. They're here to serve humanity, and they're just incredible beings, as I said. And we went to Stonehenge. And it was great to catch back up with them, because I hadn't seen them since I did ayahuasca. But we did a meditation at Stonehenge. And after this meditation, what happened was, they said to me, do you want to do some crystal healing? And I was like, yeah, cool, because I bought some of my crystals, and they said that they would cleanse them and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And Gabriel actually channeled energy for me, and I'd never had that done before. Now, I'm all for all the spiritual, the wonderful, the magical, mystical things. But it was a bit weird at the time, because I'd never had it. Stepping into the unknown is scary, it's different, and this is how it works. And when he started channeling this energy, he was telling me about instant manifestation, and I was like, oh, I can get on with that. Instant manifestation is possible. I believe that to be possible. How does it work? And I remember, we've all got our eyes closed, and I was sitting there meditating, and he was saying a few things, and it's sort of like, I was a bit like, well, how do you know that? Now I opened my eyes just to check what they were doing, and they both had their eyes closed, and as I opened my eyes and leaned back, he was like, please don't be scared. And I was like, that's weird. That is weird. And it was coming from some sort of cosmic energy. I know it was, because he could see what was going on and he could not see. His eyes were closed. He was not even facing me. And I was just sort of like a bit freaked out at the time. But I was like, this is quite cool, a bit freaky, but I love it. Now, when he was talking about instant manifestation, telling me how anything is possible to come right here, right now. When you begin to collapse time and you move into the quantum realm, you begin to move vibrationally into whatever it is that you want to manifest. You feel it, you have an intention, you become it, and then that's when it comes to you. Now, the interesting thing was, after this, we did all this, we walked back to the car, and I was like, let me see this instant manifestation. Let me try it out for myself, because as most people, I'll see it when I believe, or I'll believe it when I see it. Now, I'm a big believer in things, and I already believe in manifestation and have instantly manifested multiple things in my life. But I was like, let me really try and test it here, because something switched. And then that's when it comes to you. Now, the interesting thing was, after this, we did all this, we walked back to the car, and I was like, let me see this instant manifestation. Let me try it out for myself, because as most people, I'll see it when I believe, or I'll believe it when I see it. Now, I'm a big believer in things, and I already believe in manifestation and have instantly manifested multiple things in my life. But I was like, let me really try and test it here, because something switched in that moment. And everything just sort of went. Now, the card is full on my other card, so I'm going to have to use this camera from now on, but I can use the audio from the other one. But what happened is instantly something switched. So we went back to the car, and they said, do you want any food? We've got some food at the car. I was like, let's do it. I'd love to have some food right now. And the food that I was like, I want some pistachio nuts. That's very random. And he pulled out and he was like, yeah, we got this. Oh, we got some pistachio nuts as well. And I didn't say this, I just thought this. And I was like, no, actually, I don't want any. And he's like, okay, cool. Oh, that's handy. They're empty anyway. So I was like, I sort of created it. Then I uncreated it from saying I didn't want it. And I was like, that's possible that could happen. So I was like, all right then, let me manifest £100 in the middle of nowhere, middle of Stonehenge. Went to a petrol station, and I went in, paid for my petrol, came back out, and Gabriel gave me £120. And I was like, what? I was like, what? And it really was like, why? And I helped him out with a few of his clients, and right there, it blew my mind. And I was like, that was more than I even asked for. I was like, that doesn't just happen. People don't just give you £120. I was like, that, something energetically has changed here. Then I thought about it, and I was like, right, let me manifest a Ferrari. This is where I got no, I'm joking. But I was in the middle of nowhere, literally in the countryside. There's not even like main roads around there. It was just pretty much like, there wasn't even a middle separation for the road. It was wide enough for two cars, but there wasn't a middle separation. Out of nowhere, as I said this, I kid you not, a silver Ferrari drives straight I can remember it, a silver Ferrari drives straight past. And I'm literally standing there just like, thinking to myself, I just created that. I just created that. So my immediate thought was, a Ferrari for me to have. That was my immediate thought, honestly. But that really showed me the power of instant manifestation. And that really showed me that it is possible. Now, at the time, initially, it was a bit like, what the hell? But also, when you go back to those situations, which was an experience in itself, it makes you realize instant manifestation is more than possible. So with that being said, what did you learn from this video? Drop it in the comments below. Leave a like, and make sure you feel free to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post. But other than that, have an amazing day. Keep spreading love, kindness, and so much positivity. Yeah.